You had a tremendous below 2 ERA last season, ran into a bit of a snag in the postseason, and I know that you've changed up your delivery and improved your off speed stuff. You had a very good spring before it was shut down. How antsy are you to go back out there and prove yourself in a new season to these Yankees fans?
I'm not really thinking about it from that perspective. I just know that our team has a really good chance to do special things if we can get back on the field.
Mhm.
We have a really good group coming back. So, yeah, I just want to go out there and do my thing and then get another opportunity, in the postseason. So you got to get there first. I don't want to shortchange the process. You got to work really hard to get to that opportunity and then try to seize the moment.
Yeah, and as a middle reliever, your workload is always monitored to avoid overusage. Does a lightened season with less games, does that excite you at all, or does that kind of frighten you for what they normally watch you innings wise?
It doesn't really scare me. I train the throw more than they end up having us pitch, and I feel like I've been pretty well conditioned the last few years. But I do think that if people think that you're going to throw maybe less because of the shorter season, I mean, it could be naive because they might use it as, okay, there's less games overall, so we can push you a little more often. And I think that's totally reasonable considering if we do play a half season, then each game would be double the value. So I'm just going to try to go for it. I think one thing as a relief pitcher, especially somebody who pitches towards the back end of the game, you kind of take pride in taking the ball and always being ready. So I think that's the mentality we'll take when we go in.
Would doubleheaders mess you up? Would that? I mean, I was trying to think about that.
No, I mean, I've pitched in both ends of a doubleheader a few times in my career. It's fine. It's just like then you can't pitch the next day. So,
Mhm.
I think luckily for our team, we have so many good pitchers and we have some good young ones coming that we were able to help each other out and lighten each other's loads and get us where we need to get to be fresh for the playoffs. I thought they did a nice job at that last year with us. Nobody really got burned out too bad.
Mhm.
And so I'm sure that would be the same plan unless, obviously things change and situation's a little more dire, and then we'd have to put the foot down. But I feel good about our overall team.
Yeah, and you guys have a stacked bullpen. Really, only Chapman is locked in for a role. All you guys can come in any inning. I think like there seems to be a lot of versatility on the staff. Is that something that you've noticed, and that's something maybe the Yankees organization has went out of their way to not have? This is the setup. This is the one pitch guy. This is. I mean, is it on purpose by committee in that way?
I think that the team tried to just get as many elite arms as they could. And then I think once they were already had a good baseline of that, then maybe there was a little more like, okay, we're lacking a little bit of a specialty in one way or another. Like I know when I got signed, one thing that was communicated to me was that most of their pitchers in the bullpen were actually better versus left-handed hitters than right-handed hitters. Obviously, I'm better versus right-handed hitters, so that was kind of where I was initially thought to fit in with this group. And I think the other thing that's awesome about our group of relief pitchers is that pretty much everybody on our team could be a closer anywhere else, most other places, but everybody's kind of put that to the side. Britton was an all-star closer for several years with Baltimore, and for him to come and accept a different role, that just shows what kind of guy he is and what he really values. And that's kind of the way I felt